I'm here at the beach right now, and I'm only about 20 minutes away from my apartment. The apartment that I'm only paying $375 a month for. And having places like this nearby is just so nice to have. So for $375 a month, this is what you can expect here in Cancun. As far as in my situation goes, this is what you can get. So here's the main entrance, and at first view, it looks like an office. And that's the first thing that I thought when they were showing us the pictures through WhatsApp of the apartment, that they were showing us pretty much an office, but no, it's actually a studio apartment. I mean, what more can you ask for with this? This is pretty straightforward and just enough for what somebody needs here. So the apartment came with a mini fridge. This is the same coffee machine that I had in Argentina, and I ended up bringing it here because, I mean, why would I need another coffee machine if I got one here? And the good thing is that the plugs here are the same as in United States, so that's a big plus. Overall, it's a pretty standard, somewhat standard kitchen. There's no cabinets at the bottom here, so that's kind of a downside. We have no cabinets up here, so that's another downside, but I mean, we're working on it. It's a progress kind of thing. We've got these little tuppers here to put the food in, but we still need quite a bit until we can get actually organized here. It did not come with the oven, but it did come with a microwave. And then here's a stove. We also had to purchase a blender because it did not come with one. And for the rest of it is pretty much just a mini chaos that's in progress to try to get everything situated. All right, then moving on from the kitchen, we have the living room. So in the living room area, it's really nothing special, nothing too much out of the ordinary. The air conditioner up here. We have a big old picture frame of a beach. I don't know where this is. It looks nice. We have a window here that looks out to this tree here. This tree at night is ridiculous. It's full of bats. There's at least 50 bats that fly around at night. It's honestly pretty scary because sometimes they'll come up right on these little branches here. They'll hang literally right in view of the apartment. So we usually keep this closed at night, but during the day we usually do have it open, but it's pretty crazy to see those bats there. We do make the most out of the space that we have here because it's really not much. And at night, sometimes we'll be watching a movie here. We'll put the chairs on the other side, and I have a little mini projector that I set up in the middle. This is pretty much what I mean by making the most out of the space here. Look, we got the projector here. We move the living room around. Got some awesome McDonald's ready to go. So this next part of the apartment is probably one of the more downsides that we have in this apartment. And it's actually a pretty interesting downside because I've never seen something quite like this. Just a giant purple wall that at first I was like, what the heck is this? I did not understand. So that back there is a closet. And this is like the bedroom area of the apartment. I kind of like it. This one's like kind of spread out in a pretty good way, I think. So here's the bed, and when we first moved in here, the bed was a different bed, and when we tried it out, it just felt way overused, and we let the lady know who was renting us the apartment. The bed was not something that was in the conditions. Luckily, she ended up changing the bed out, and we have a pretty comfortable bed. I really can't complain about it. A lot of the apartments that we were finding that have furniture included and stuff, a lot of them were really old, which was a kind of a hard thing to accept. But we were looking and a lot of the apartments were just older apartments, and we were kind of understanding that, okay, if we want to have this price range, the apartments are going to look like this. But I think we got pretty lucky in this one. And another really lucky thing that we have here is a TV. That TV has been amazing. We didn't have to buy one. A lot of the apartments that we were searching for had all the furniture that we needed, but it did not have a TV. And the TV was just something that we're not going to be here for too long, and having to buy a TV, buy furniture, it's like, what are we going to do when we leave? So luckily this one came with that. And for the inside of the apartment, the last piece we have right in front of the bed is the bathroom, and the bathroom isn't too interesting, so I'm not going to show too much here. So there's a sink, there we have the soap, there's a shower, the toilet, and there is one full body mirror here, a window, which is always good to have inside a bathroom, and that is what we have inside the apartment. And there's one little area in this apartment that I really enjoy, and that is the balcony here. So in the balcony, I mean, it doesn't look like too much, but this area here is actually quite a bit more of an extension of what the apartment is, since it's not that big. We do have this pretty open area here for, I mean, we walk through here, but this area here is actually pretty cool. We get to have little barbecues and stuff. Having barbecues here. I gotta clean it now. We had a barbecue, I think 2 days ago, so. This apartment also does come with a parking, and unfortunately we don't have a car yet, so it's something that we cannot use until then, which is that space there. From what the lady that rented us this apartment, she was saying that it's really rare to have an actual parking spot for the apartment, so this has been a really big plus, and hopefully one day we can have a car parked right there. So there are a few points that I want to make with this apartment here, but if you have made it this far in the video, please don't forget to drop me a like and subscribe and comment, and it's going to really help me out with the algorithm for this video to go way far. So in the comments, ask questions and everything, and I'll try to answer them the best that I can. So with the price that we pay here is 7,000 pesos a month. It is going to be a little bit more expensive than the average apartment here, but what we really pay for is where we are located. We're only 5 minutes walking to get to the R1, which are the buses that take you all the way down to Zona Hotelera and to the beach areas. We're in a very, very touristy area inside the city of Cancun that's away from Zona Hotelera. So there's always movement, even if it's 12 at night, there's gonna be some people walking around. So you just feel a little bit more safer and a little bit less stressed to go out late at night. If you do find an apartment that's for 3,000 to 5,000, most of them are gonna be in an area that the buses don't go to late at night, because public transportation here cuts off at about 10:30 at night, and I found that sometimes they'll even cut off 10 o'clock. Moving out into those far areas there, you're gonna almost really need a car. All right, so with that being said, to find the actual apartment, looking through Facebook Marketplace was pretty good to find us with realtors and people like that. We ended up renting this area here apart from Facebook Marketplace. So the way that I found this apartment here was going around, looking around in the neighborhoods, kind of where we wanted to live, but not 100% dedicated to finding something in that neighborhood. So I went out walking around, and we were looking for signs that says para renta, and then it has a phone number in the bottom. So I started texting every single number that says that, hey, I'm looking for an apartment in this area, what do you have, what's available? So I did that a few times until we found one that was kind of in the area that we were looking for, but it looked a lot bigger than what we needed. And she said that, no, this one here is an office, but I have another one, which is this one that we're in now, that is an apartment. And luckily we found that phone number there, because she said that I was gonna post this apartment on the internet tomorrow, so you guys are the first ones that are looking at it. So if you like it, let me know. So with that kind of pressure that we had, we knew that if we had to make a decision, it had to be now with this apartment. We saw it, we liked it, sort of. We still had a bit of the details with the kitchen and stuff that was kind of all taken apart, but we told her about the problems that we had with it, what we were asking for to move in, and she fixed everything that we asked her to, and the apartment has been great. And lastly, as far as being an outsider, being an expat, an extranjero, the big paperwork stuff that we were worried about was really nothing much. It's a lot easier than Argentina to rent an apartment here. All I had to give was my license, and that was it. That was all the paperwork that she needed. And as far as the contract goes, it is a 1-year contract, and to move in, I had to pay month rent as a deposit, which was 7,000 pesos, and I had to pay another month. That's for the month that we're gonna be staying. So in total, I paid 14,000 pesos to move in, and I gave her my license so she can scan, and that was everything that they asked for. There was nothing too complicated about the process here, so I'm gonna be here for probably the next 6 months, and it's gonna be really fun to get to know this whole country in and out. So if you did enjoy this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. It's gonna really help me out with the channel, and I'll see you in a couple days with the next video. Peace.